Hey, this is Carlos Cavallo from the Dating Advice Guru with some secrets to unlock his heart, coming straight to you from datingadviceguru.com. So I'm going to talk a little bit about finding the perfect guy in 5 minutes or less. Okay, it's a little bit of an exaggeration. Maybe not 5 minutes, but I can definitely help you get there faster. Because, I mean, maybe you set a date with a guy and you're counting the minutes until you go out with this great new guy, right? But there's that nagging thought in the back of your head. How can I tell if he's going to be worthwhile or if he's going to flake out like all the other guys I've met? Because dating can definitely be a luck of the draw kind of deal. Sometimes you just don't know what you're in for. Unless, of course, you can quickly figure out what his intentions are. I mean, wouldn't it be great if you could tell right away if he's a quality guy who is, at the very least, interested in sticking around if the chemistry's there? Wouldn't it be awesome if you could save yourself a whole lot of grief and wasted time by spotting those red flags right away? Well, all this is quite possible, and there is an art to reading a guy's character, but it's not as complicated as you might think. First of all, let's talk about why guys lie. Men, first of all, we need to know what goes through a guy's head. You see, men are dead set on impressing their date, even if it means embellishing a little, or in some cases, a lot. But that's just the nature of the beast. Men want you to think that they're cool, tough, and generally an impressive guy to have around. He wants to impress you. It's his biggest focus. It's the number one thing he wants to do. In reality, of course, no one can be the perfect partner. When the not-so-appealing side of his personality comes to light, it can be a letdown to see how he doesn't quite entirely live up to all that hype. But that's a normal part of dating, right? What you really want to watch out for are the guys who will outright lie about something that could affect your decision to keep seeing him or not. The big stuff, right? Not the little stuff. If he brags a little bit about the cost of his car or how much he makes, not a big deal. But in these situations, when he might mislead you about something important, it's best you sniff these things out, these deal breakers, before you get too far with them. Otherwise, you're going to feel like that wool was pulled over your eyes, leaving you, well, angry and heartbroken. So let's talk about treading lightly. So you have basically two possibilities here. Number one, he could be a genuinely nice guy and you just want him to be as forthcoming as possible, right? Or he could be up to no good and he's hiding something that could seriously impact your future with him. Whatever the case is, you have to approach him like a deer. If he knows you're fishing for clues, he could get skittish and back off or bolt. Moreover, a guy with not so nice intentions might know what's up and feed you the right answers, right? Which totally defeats the purpose of asking him about these qualities. For instance, you can't tell him, you're not going to be one of those guys who says he's all about commitment and then walks out the door a few months down the road, will you? Well, when you ask him that way, he'll have no choice but to pour honey in your ear so you won't reject him, right? To make you feel good. So you got to be in it to uncover that truth. So how do you pick his brain without setting off any warning bells inside that head of his? First of all, you got to avoid a direct line of questioning. A better way would be to casually get his thoughts on vital stuff that you want to know, like things like cheating or maybe long-term commitment or jealousy. To make your approach more subtle, bring up the topic through a story involving someone else you know, like, I don't know, a friend or a relative maybe. That's the best way to do it, is to use a story from another person. That way you don't trigger any alarms there. For example, talk about a relationship issue involving your friend from work. Oh, speaking of work, I suddenly remembered Teresa, my coworker, who hasn't shown up for a week. Apparently her boyfriend broke up with her because she flirts too much with her guy friends. We're not super close, but I do kind of feel bad for her because she isn't the type to cheat. Are most guys threatened by their girlfriend's guy pals? Or is jealousy in men more of an exception than the rule? Okay, so most guys is really just a way of asking him what he thinks about the subject. Now you just need to decode his answer. Let's say he responds with something like, I don't think most guys are a control freak like that guy. I mean, any reasonable guy wouldn't flip out like that unless there was a valid reason. In this example, you can already tell which side of the issue he falls on, even if he isn't talking about himself directly. Chances are this guy isn't the type who'd try to control the people his girlfriend deals with on a daily basis, but you'd get a completely different picture of him if he told you, well, I'd have to say that a lot of men wouldn't appreciate their partner talking to strange guys he hasn't met. I mean, a reasonable guy would trust his girl, but not necessarily the people around her. Well, in that case, guess what? You might want to think twice about seeing this guy long term if he's going to have a problem with your friends. Whatever his response is, you'll be able to get to the bottom of the truth even if he doesn't actually talk about himself directly, right? What he thinks about what other guys think is already a good reflection of what he'd do in the exact same situation. However, I don't want you to think that you're pulling a fast one over on him. You're just figuring out early on if you're compatible or not, all right? And it's the same as applying for a job. No company is just going to hire the next guy they talk to. In the same way, you need to know if he'd actually add value to your life or just create more unnecessary drama. After all, you'd rather not find out too late that you aren't a good fit for each other after all. In the end, you're going to make much better use of your time by focusing instead on the guy that you can have that healthy relationship with, which is always our goal, right? If you really want to learn how to connect with a guy, I want you to go find out how. Go on over to datingadviceguru.com. That's datingadviceguru.com. Over on the right side at the bottom, you're going to see a form to get the first chapter free from the connection code. Go on over to datingadviceguru.com, scroll down on the right, and you'll see it right there. Get the first chapter from my connection code program free. That's all you can do is put in your email there and get it. And you'll learn the 7 fatal connection mistakes women make that send men running into another woman's arms, and never have to worry about losing guys like this ever again. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. I look forward to seeing you and talking to you again very soon.